We're going to start this section talking about why firms exist. We begin with a question. Where's the boundary between activities and inputs in the firm and activities and boundaries that are outside the firm? Ronald Coase wrote a famous paper that identifies well the boundary between things that are in the firm and things that are not in the firm. This article was a primary reason that the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences awarded him a Nobel Prize. Here are some money quotes. Outside the firm, price movements direct production, which is coordinated through a series of exchange transactions on the market. Within a firm, these market transactions are eliminated, and in place of the complicated market structure with exchange transactions is substituted the entrepreneur coordinator who directs production. It can, I think, be assumed that the distinguishing mark of the firm is a supersession of the price mechanism. If your boss is telling you to do something, you're in the firm. If you're a vendor providing an input for a price, you're outside the firm. Why does a firm emerge at all in a specialized exchange economy? Again, this comes from Coase. The main reason that it is profitable to establish a firm would seem to be that there is a cost to using the price mechanism. The most obvious cost of organizing production through the price mechanism is that of discovering what the relevant prices are. The cost of negotiating and concluding a separate contract for each exchange transaction that takes place in the market must also be taken into account. Coase concludes that firms will exist when they can create something more efficiently by purchasing inputs and directing their activities than by purchasing the thing from vendors. Both alternatives involve transactions cost. The cost of producing the thing internally obviously includes the prices paid for the inputs that make the thing. However, the firm must also direct the activities of the worker bees and monitor their activities or output. The cost of directing and monitoring activities in the firm are the transactions cost of producing the thing inside the firm. The cost of purchasing the thing from vendors obviously includes the price paid the vendor. However, the firm must also identify, contact, and negotiate and conclude a contract with the vendor. They should also monitor the quality control. They should monitor the activity of the vendor to make sure that the vendor is fulfilling the terms of the contract. The cost of identifying, contacting, negotiating, and concluding a contract and monitoring the behavior of the vendor are transactions costs of purchasing the thing from vendors. When the cost of producing the thing internally, including transaction cost, is less than the cost of producing it, start that sentence over. When the cost of producing the thing internally, including the transactions cost, is less than the cost of purchasing it, including transactions cost, then internal production is more efficient and the firm has reason to exist.